Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going with Q2 of the bi-weekly contest 149. Reschedule meetings for maximum free time 1. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about this one. So this one, it's very easy to make mistakes. I don't know if my way is the best way, honestly, and I'm only going over my way because I didn't really do that much about it. But I think there are some cool ideas here for sure, and as such, I want to bring up the drawing board real quick, right? I was going to see if I could copy paste some examples, but actually I don't think the examples are good enough for that. But what I mean by that is that okay, so let's say you can modify k things, right? But the key thing is that the relative order has to be the same. So that means that you can only shift up or shift left or shift right? So let's say you have a timeline that looks something like this, right? So you have maybe I'll change the colors real quick. Hang on. Maybe you have this, this. And so the idea here is that, let's say for example, I have k, right? K is equal to 2. There are a couple of ways you can think about this, maybe sliding windows or whatever, but the way that I did it is with prefix sum. So what does k is equal to 2 mean for me? For me, k is equal to 2 means that I can take any two adjacent ones, because it doesn't make sense to take, because you want to create one biggest free time, right? So it doesn't make sense to take, like for example, if you move this one to the left and move this one to the right, it doesn't matter because this thing is still blocking your way, right? So yeah, you want to take adjacent ones. So I think to me that part was very straightforward, and you could prove it trivially. But yeah. But for me, then what does it mean? So if I want to take k is equal to 2, then for example, maybe I take this one, and you could do a for loop for it. That means that so here, this is the openness that we get between, so here it is the so we want to care about these two boxes. Then the box previous, the endpoint previous, and the beginning endpoint, that denotes the entire free space, and that denotes the entire free space. But you have these two boxes in the middle, so you just have to calculate the sum of the widths of these two boxes and then just subtract them. Why do you subtract them? Because it's just mentally trivial to kind of just move them all the way to the left, right? Or you can move them all the way to the right, but the math is exactly the same. You could play around with it, visualization. So that's basically the idea for this one, for me, right? That said, the implementation is still very easy and very silly to get, but that, yeah. So I did do one thing that's a little bit, just thinking about it, is that so you kind of look at these two lines. What I do is that instead of handling the boundaries like in any different way, I just actually create a box that we cannot remove that goes all the way to infinity to the left and to the right. Though I guess I ran out of space, but I extend them to infinity so that I just don't have to handle it any differently. I don't know that I need to use it, to be honest, but yeah. And here I have a prefix sum of all the gaps, all the boxes widths for this one. Sorry, the other one is for Q3, I guess. But yeah, it's just basically saying, okay, well, you have this box and this box, and so then now prefix sub I will contain the sum of the box widths from box 0 to I. Maybe off by 1, but you know what I mean. Like something like that. And here we just, we calculate the total time. This is pretty straightforward. We calculate the total time, which is the end of the thing that's before, and then the start time of the next thing. And this is also where having these sentinel values help, because then you start with 1 and -1. You don't have to worry about dealing with infinity and negative infinity or 0 and event time or whatever. So that's the total time that's in the slide as we drew out. And then this thing is the the sum of the widths of the boxes that we're looking at, and then just total time minus that, because we just shifted to the left. So then everything else we get to use for free. And that's it. That's all I have for this one. This is linear time, linear space for the prefix for the linear space. You actually probably on and maybe this is linear space, but you could handle this a little bit better. But yeah, you can actually probably do a little bit better with sliding windows, because you're just sliding on this, and in that case you can do this with all of one space, assuming you don't count this for whatever reason. But you know, it's just, for me it just felt easier to kind of mess up, but maybe not, I don't know, maybe that's not true. Maybe it's still okay, honestly, but this is the way that I did it though. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and yeah, you could watch me solve it live in the contest next. Not zero, but empty string. Okay, not gonna lie, I was worried that I have a silly mistake. Alright, Q2. There's Q2 and Q3 are the same, right? Or same-ish, maybe? What's the difference? Event equals 0 to event time, start time and event time. Okay, so maybe they're different. So let's take a look. You can reschedule, and so in the one version you can schedule K, you can schedule 1. Okay, so they're different enough. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, you're given 2 arrays, start and end. Okay, N is big, K is whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, non-overlapping meetings. So all the meetings are not overlapping, right? Is that what they're saying? Same duration to maximize the longest of continuous free time. Okay. Event time is basically the end of it. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, the relative order being the same is a little bit different, or not different, just it's important and I didn't think about it. So basically they should just either shift left or shift right, right? You could reschedule K, return the maximum number of free time. Okay, so you have this thing, move 1 2 to 2 3. Okay, here move 2 4 to 1 3. So I mean, it almost seems like either binary search or sliding windows. This is an annoying problem though. 5-pointer. So you can move K. What does K mean? So it is sliding window, right? Because then now you just move everything to the left or right. So then so we skip K thing. So it's sliding window maybe. But event time is 10 to the 9, so you can't slide on that. It has to be a little bit more clever. Okay, so we can actually do something like maybe something like negative infinity plus start time plus infinity. No, it will be plus event time, and then end time would be equal to 0. So I'm just setting up the sentinel values to make it maybe a little bit easier to deal with the boundaries. Right, and then now for K is going to be the sliding thing where we skip the thing, right? So basically skipping K items, but get the total of those K items and then reallocate. So okay, right, so right, so then now for I in range of n, so that means that we want to skip I to I plus K minus 1, right? So then that means that if, and also we should just start from 1 and because we of the boundaries. Then now end time of I minus 1 to, so that's the beginning of this segment minus, not minus, but the other way actually. So total time is equal to start time of I plus k minus 1, or is it I? Maybe just this. All right. Okay, if k is 0, then you want no, k has to be 1, right? So if k is 1, then you skip 1, so it'll be I minus 1 or I plus 1 because you skip I. That sounds okay. So you skip this. Okay, so that's the total time, and then you have to do a prefix something on the inside, right? So I mean, you could also do it with sliding windows, but I want to do a prefix sum. Yeah. So this prefix sum is a little bit awkward because we're skipping the first element. Something like this, but we have to skip the first element and the last element, otherwise you just have infinity, which is not useful. Okay, so then now this matches I exactly, so total time minus prefix is the total time that we get, because we just we move it all the way to the left, and that's it. I think. I mean, maybe off by 1 and stuff, but I think the idea is right. Maybe. How did I put? Oh, I forgot to actually put the I. It's not just I, it is I plus k minus 1 minus I, maybe. Time in the middle. So maybe that's off by 1. Oh yeah, I did mean to go if I plus k is greater than or equal to n, we break. You could put in the for loop, I was too lazy. Or like I'm really bad at that. Okay, well we're off by some stuff. I think this is maybe off by 1 is why. Oh, because I don't count the last one. Maybe that's fine, it's just infinity, but then we don't need this because then it's just crazy infinity. So I don't know, so this is a little bit weird. Like I said, I'm really bad at off by 1s these days. Maybe I'm just rushing it a little bit. Okay, should be this, just because we don't care about the last element anyway. Okay, 171 is not good though. Okay, so I think I'm just off by 1, but time. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 5. So we skip the first one, then we should have from 0 to 3, so that's 3 time. There should be a 1. Am I off by 1? What is prefix up? Maybe I am off by 1. 0, 1, 3. Should be 1 minus 0, so okay. I also want to skip 2, so this is not correct. Oh yeah, because then I guess now, because I've changed the prefix, and also I didn't change this thing, so that's why it is not correct. 260, am I okay now? I think I'm okay now, but I don't know. Let's just spend an extra half a minute to kind of look at it. Okay, so 1310. Prefix is going to be 1 and 0 is the reach. Okay, that's true. This is going to be 2 because we have 2. Is that way? From 1 to 3 total. Oh yeah, this is 2. Okay. Here we remove it. We have 3. The space is only from 3 to 5. So the area is 2, there's 3, so you get 1 gain, so that's good. Okay. I think I'm okay. Let's go. Okay. Honestly, wasn't super confident either. But yeah, let's go. Let's go! Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, join me on Discord. Let me know what you think about today's problem, the explanation, this video, the contest, everything in between. Stay good, stay healthy, to good mental health. I'll see y'all later and take care. Bye-bye.